Greetings, Commanders, this is Pagan Horde, and today I would like to do something a little different. I would like to showcase one of the other mods that I've spent way too much time on, which is the Long War, or Long War of the Chosen for Xcom2. Now, this is a hard mod to get into because there's a lot of new things and completely different game mechanics, so I would like to show you a little how to play it. So let's start a new game and let's dive right in. Now, first things first is I recommend playing Long War one difficulty less than your usual usual difficulty. Like I finished the vanilla at Commander with Iron Man, which was very difficult. But when I'm playing Long War, I go down to Veteran because yeah, there's quite a lot of shenanigans out there. And I absolutely have to check out the advanced options right here because there's quite a lot and they're going to tell you a lot of things. For example, you can make it much harder on yourself by having Dark Event permanent. Dark Event is upgrades, permanent upgrades to the enemy, which we will discuss a bit later. You could double the length of the avatar project, but I won't. You can I have gene mods as well as a mod in there. We'll discuss complete lead of mods after. But for now, what I am choosing is disabling the tutorial. I am choosing to have easier chosen because in the Long War of the Chosen themselves are complete monsters. And well, I'm choosing that one to make it a bit easier on myself because their reaction is just gnarly. And they're gonna obliterate you. Go ahead and try it if you're game. Go full powered Chosen, but I don't recommend it. I also use the resistance orders and the ability to multi-class pretty much to train different kind of skills for our soldiers to make them more powerful. Those are my choices. I'm making it a bit easier on myself, but not completely. All of that is completely up to you. Cool. So I'm going to start a new game. I'm going to skip for you the first mission and go straight afterward and how the map works. And also don't recommend using Iron Man because Iron Man in a modded game like this, well, it's gonna kill you pretty much. So with the magic of editing, I will see you back once I am inside the map and the ship. And I will show you what makes the Long War the Long War. See you in a moment. Alright, so here we are. I've completed the first mission. To give you an idea, it was 13 enemies instead of the usual 5 or 6 or 7 from the vanilla. So yeah, the mods do not F around. And I have plenty of new classes with these mods that I have no idea what they are, so I will not be the best coach in what to do with classes on this one because, yeah, I have so much mods installed. I don't know what these classes are. But what I do know is this. That's important. Okay. So, in Long War, missions do not come organically or magically as they used to. Your campaign will live or die about how you acquire mission, or how fast or how well you acquire mission. When we look at our first zone here, you will see that there's a number of rebellion people or rebels working for us. We have 0 supplies. We have 6 at intel. Let's take a quicker look. We have intel, hiding, that would just hide away, supplies, or recruit, to recruit new people. So, the important things to know is that intel is what gives you or finds you mission. And it is the key to pretty much everything. Because every important mission that you will need to complete or win will be found through intel. So if you don't have enough people on it, you will fail. Period. So it's that simple. Everything from the mission objective to liberating a region to helping you counter what the Advent is doing, It's all gonna be found with intel. Now, when you scan an area manually, you will add 3 people on intel, as if you were scanning at 9. So let's give it a try. Until we at least find one mission.
Commander,
there we go.
As the resistance continues to grow,
so when you find a mission, you're not there yet. You need to infiltrate it. Let me show you. So, the mission expiration is in 6 days. Which means that in 6 days it is gone. But in those days you need to infiltrate said mission. It's a smash and grab. Let's confirm it. So, as I apply the soldiers to the mission, you will see how much time it takes to infiltrate it. So, to get these 5 soldiers there, it takes me 4 days and 21 hours. So this means that if we had found this mission, or your intel people found this mission later, like instead of having 6 days to infiltrate it, we only had 2 or 3, we would not be able to do it. So not only does your intel find your mission, you need to find them fast enough so that you can actually do it. If you do a mission without the infiltration, you are gonna face more enemies, more difficulty, more reinforcements, and in the early game that means you cannot be done. Now, for example, we're going to add some recruits, some rookies to this mission. Now it's 5 days, because the rookie is not as adept at infiltrating as the person before. And then we add a 6th one. Now it takes 6 days and 6 hours to infiltrate. So that works. Infiltration is to be a success, you need 100%. If you go over 100%, it will help you in 25% increments. So if you over infiltrate to 125, it will help you. In this case of this mission right here, up to 108, it will not help. The 8% will not do any difference. But let's do it exactly like this anyway. So let's equip our guys. You're our new medic kit user, so there you go. So we're bringing 3 rookies and 3 experienced-ish people. That should do it. Let's go. Now, when you accept the mission, they will start infiltrating it, and it will only start in 6 days when they are ready.
Sky Ranger deployed. In position for deployment.
There you go, start infiltration. At any time, if you're in trouble and you need to recall these guys, you can click on the mission and say abort. You're simply gonna abort. And as a good example, if I were to start the mission right now, I would have 25 to 27 enemies instead of 6 to 9. So it gives you an idea. So this is how intel works. This is your most important asset. So bear with me a bit. I know it's a bit of a information dump. But the next thing you need to understand is how to liberate a region. Which is the first thing, your first objective here, right there. In order to liberate a region, you need to find, through intel, 3 missions. In order. After that, there will be 2 more missions, but these will be automatic. You will not have to find them through intel. The first one will be a hacking mission that is 8 or 10 turns long. In the original Long War, it did not tell you that it was to start liberating the region. It was just hacking. In the Long War of the Chosen, it is labeled more thoroughly. It is start liberating the region, so it's hard to miss. This one will be hacking a remote something with 10 turns. The second one will always be a defector. You need to rescue a VIP, which will be an engineer, a scientist, a soldier, for you, whatever. If you succeed in that one, you will move on to the third one, which again you must find through intel. It will always be a hinder. Hinder can be killing a VIP or sabotaging something. It doesn't matter. It will be hinder the region, and that will be a third one that you must find through intel. After that, you will get a tower mission, which is an interesting one on itself that I may cover later. And the the fifth one will be an HQ. Those are the big boys. Those are the one where you're attacking a huge base, and you will get at least 30 enemy in the beginning of your playthrough, and up to 60-ish more in the endgame zone. The Advanced HQ are the big ones. And you need to do these 5 missions in order to liberate a region. Now, I recommend that you do not do any supplies at all until you liberate a region. The reason is, if you put too much people on supplies, you don't get intel. If you don't have enough intel, you don't get your mission, and you cannot do anything. In Long War, it is best to start only getting supplies only when a region is liberated, because when it is, there can no longer be any mission to spawn. That zone is free. Well, until they try to take it back, but that's another subject. So, hacking, rescue defector, hinder. Your 3 mission you must find through intel, then tower, then HQ. You need to do these 5 to liberate a region. It's a lot, I know, it's a lot of info dump, but it is your first thing right now that you have to do, and it is the first thing that will get you resources, because as soon as you free a region, you can get more resources easily. So, let's see if we can find it.
Although we have allies scattered in
Review target.
throughout the globe who are willing to share their
You get some
knowledge
unique
of
modifiers,
Pagan's
sure.
operations, the aliens are actively pursuing them.
Perfect, because that will
Be up to you
come to my
ensure
next
the
point.
safety of our
One of the
operations,
best
Commander.
mission you can do when you just freshly liberated a region,
We need to take every
or
chance
when
we
you're
get to
starting,
fight back.
like this,
We'll have to be
is to
ready
rescue
engage the
rebels.
enemy during unpredictable situations.
Because the rebels will be people you can put to work toward intel. In this case, we have a rookie and 2 resistance personnel that we can rescue. So we're gonna absolutely do that one. It will add 2 people in intel, and it can make a difference. So I highly recommend that the first thing you do in a new region, if you can, is to free resistance rebels. So absolutely we can confirm this. Now here's a good example, as we would not be able to infiltrate in time if we go with 8 people. So we're not going to do that. We have a good 7 days to get it. So we're going to remove 2 rookies, and we're going to go with 6 people. 6 people, I'm going to go up to 120. So, like I said, 120 is not helpful. Just 20%. The upfall is by increment of 25. But nonetheless, I'm going to go with these 6. I'm just going to equip our boy here, or girl. Now, with the Shinobi, which is with this one's class, right? Yeah. I prefer not to give her more utility item, because utility item can reduce your mobility, and that's a sword person that wants to get up close, so yeah. So we're going with these guys, and yeah, resistance personnel. It is extremely important, and one of the most important thing you can do when starting to liberate a region. Very good. So that mission will be in a few days as well. Start infiltration. Alright, now if you allow me to give you one more info dump, let's talk about advent activities. Right now we only have 1 region, so everything's gonna happen here. But take a look at these numbers here. You have the strength, the vigilance, and the force. Those are the 3 advent strength information for the region. The strength is the global strength. It is how much soldiers are available in that region. So the lower the number, the better. When it gets pretty high in over 10, that means you're gonna have missions with even at the best of times 30 enemies. So the lower the number, the better. Vigilance. Vigilance is how much the people there are, your enemies there are aware of you. So the higher the vigilance, the higher you will get reinforcements and how fast these reinforcements are. When you get to very high vigilance, for example, as soon as you get discovered, there's reinforcements coming in right away. So high vigilance can make missions hell, and it is very difficult. So when you advance in the career, that's where you have to start moving from region to region, because vigilance will decay over time. So the more you hit one region, the harder it's gonna get. Advent will always react to what you're doing. Last number is the force level. The force level is global. It is usually how strong of a unit Advent will be throwing at you. So this number will always grow, keep going up as you are in a race against Advent. And as the force level grow, that's where you get stronger units in your missions. So you're gonna start to see the big boys at 20 plus in the force level, pretty much. Alright, another thing you have to check out are dark events. Dark events, if you are fast enough, you will get missions to counter them. If not, they can be permanent or semi-permanent boosts to the advanced troops. The dark events can be very gnarly, like reducing your intel by half, reducing your income by half. So if you don't find them fast enough through the intel, you can get screwed pretty fast. So that's what Advent is doing. And Advent, through your campaign, will always be upgrading itself. For example, we don't see it here, but these regions, they do exist, and their strength will go up. If you strike, like we're going to do, strike this region a lot, the region next to it will start harming itself. So Advent will always react to what you're doing. That's why I recommend that if you go further into the campaign and you now have several regions open, try to move from one region to the next to make sure you don't raise the vigilance or the strength of a region too much, because then you can get fucked, pretty much. Very good. So that is how you play Long War. I know it's a bit of an info dump, but yeah, there's a lot to it. So now that we've started our intel game, we can get a jailbreak, which is really important. That's just a resource mission, so it's not as important. Let's keep going.
This will prove to be an important step forward.
First research, always good. Hacker laptop. Sure, why not? I have a lot of mods that I added that I don't know exactly what they do. I haven't used the Shiv and Xcom2 in a while. So yeah, learning as I go.
Once we've collected sufficient intel to
Modular weapon.
we'll need to scan the target region for the operative signal.
I do not think I could have
Oogie.
predicted this outcome.
Though it is intriguing.
I had assumed you'd make that
There we go.
priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon.
There we go. Start liberating the region. We found it. But we found it with only 3 days left. Uh-oh. So can we actually do it? Maybe. Let's take a look. Yeah. Yeah, so that would be only 35 infiltration. That would be extremely heavy. We would have 30 units against us. So let's not do that. Let's use the Shiv for the shit and giggles, that's for sure. So let's see if we can manage it with maybe 4 people, which would be very difficult. Let's see if we can actually infiltrate. If we only throw 4 people, and if we boost it, we might. Because there's one thing you can do is that you can spend 25 of your intel to boost the infiltration. This here. This mechanic. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attempt to do this with only 4 units, including a Shiv. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm going to try it. So this is where you start having to make interesting choices. Our intel did not find this mission fast enough, but we want to start liberating this region, so we're taking a risk. Let's go.
Squad green to deploy.
Now, through the magic of editing, I'm going to move this along until we can actually do this mission right there, 4 people. And that will conclude our how to do this. Because that will start liberating the region, and the next one up would be Rescue Defector, if we ever get there. So, I'll see you guys in a bit. We're gonna do this mission, and we're gonna hope for the best. See you in a moment. So here we are. It was the first mission to trigger, even faster than the other 2 that we started infiltrating, because it was only 3 days. Now I pressed the boost infiltration and spent 25 intel to get it to 136 to try to force this liberation with only 4 soldiers. Let's see if that works out. Now this is the kind of decision that will have to be done in Long War, especially when you have lots of things going around. You don't always get the mission you want or when you want it. And there's of course the retaliation, there's the all that good jazz. So making decisions of which missions to do is as important as finding them. So yeah, your intel and your missions, it's what's gonna make or break the game or your campaign. Okay, so we only have 3 rookies and a Shiv, which should be interesting. The Shiv is a new modded thing that I've never tried before, so yeah, learning as I go. So what do you look like? Ooh, scouting protocol. Does not break concealment 2 turn, that's useful. Bulldoze protocol. Break through walls and cover when moving. Sure. Scanning. Instant scan of the area. Well then, that is very useful. And you can go up, yeah, you can. Alright, but you're a robotic that does not have cover. Okay. Okay. So we have to be careful with you then.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Okay, so our target is in the train over there. Let's go with better cover for now. Same thing with you.
Heading out. Running.
Let's bring the Shiv online right there.
They keep these trains running around the clock, but you'll never see them loading or unloading.
Oh, nice! Jump jet.
It's not where anyone can see it.
Nice! I like it. Alright, so let's just Overwatch for you. So we have 7 to 9 enemies, which is not too bad, but let's keep in mind this is just rookies. So anything more than 3 at a time could be perilous. So if you allow me a bit of patience, I will go slowly ahead. Make sure we don't get swarmed and killed.
Already there.
Oh, spotted something maybe. There we go. Alright. Alright. This could potentially be cool if we get the perfect height advantage. We could set up an ambush and kill these 3 relatively easy. That's interesting. Or we could ignore them and go for the objective, which is also valid. Let's see what they do. If they're moving toward getting up, yeah, that will not be a possibility. Alright, well, let's be aggressive and let's try to kill them. Now, I'm a bit limited of where I can go. This here appears to be fine. We're not spotted. But I don't have an angle to shoot them. It's weird. Uh-huh. Let's put you here.
Heading there now.
Alright, well, let's take the risk. Let's overwatch you.
Overwatch.
Overwatch you. Overwatch you.
Scanning.
And let's throw a grenade. Is it impossible? I cannot hit them all? Damn it. But if I go here, can I do better? Maybe here?
On the move.
Yes. Yes. Very good.
Take
Let's go.
this.
Now, was that a good decision? Time will tell.
They're onto us.
We got one kill right away. And 2 kills. Nice hit.
Not too shabby.
Hey, it worked. Alright, so 7 to 9 enemies, and 3 of them are down. I'll take it.
If you say so.
But now we are triggered, so let's be extra
Throwing
careful.
Overwatch.
And we only have 7 turns?
Head
Yeah.
out.
Let's go grab this.
I've got the thing.
You've got the thing. Let's bring you back around here.
Got it covered.
Let's put you here. Maybe use your scan ability. Scouting protocol. Let's do that. Aha. Hello. I love this ability. I love it. Shivs are gonna be useful in my future, that's for sure. Ooh, I think we've triggered all of them though. We got a free hit. Okay, we didn't trigger all of them, but as soon as we move forward, we will. Okay. Haha. So the priority will be the trooper, because the sectoid is more likely to use its mantle ability. And now I have a shot, I think. Yeah, I'm having a little bug with their 0% on everything. Let's try a frost droid. That's a new thing. Only a graze.
On the margins.
Now for you, if I go here, I can get another shot on this droid, but that will be a bad spot. If I go here, yeah, I can hit the droid from here.
Okay.
Hopefully. Maybe. To be determined. Nice!
I definitely got that one.
The XCOM gods are good to me now. So, you I'm gonna bring forward. I'm gonna ignore the sectoid for aforementioned reason. But sadly, I don't have a grenade. That's the one that I used the grenade. I would have loved to bring down his little spot there. Alright. Sadly, you don't have any cover, so let's just go in the middle. Now, I don't want to go further to not trigger the other one, so I know it's going to be a bad pot shot, but eh. There we go. It was worth a try.
Got it covered.
Okay, sectoid. It's gonna do the yep.
Get me out of here!
We get resist, but in a panic. Okay. And now it's a miss because she's panicked. Ooh, a few hits on the ship. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to go right here on the high cover. This may trigger the rest of them though. And it did.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well equipped, but their obedience makes them
5 turns to make it. So this is a bit rough. Let's see if we can make it. Let's try to take down this guy. Thank you. Good hit.
That's it.
Okay, next. You are an assault trooper. Is that the one with the stick? That's the one with the stick, I think. There's plenty of new classes for aliens, so I'm not sure. Now, I hesitate to bring you closer. Let's bring you closer. Now these drones, they don't do too much damage, but they can stun you. They're like crowd control thingy. And they're hard to hit, so they can be really annoying in the early game. Can I reach the sectoid from here? I cannot.
No problem, boss.
I know that's bad cover, but I want to try and kill the sectoid.
Catch.
Got it. Cool, so no longer panicked for you. That's what I was hoping for. So now you are now active.
Will be okay?
Hitting that thing will be hard. But we did it. Okay, 1 armor. Now, what does an assault do? That. Okay. And you're going to stun. Yeah, it's probably gonna hit. Yep, stun for 4. Okay. But no casualties, so I'll take it. I'll take it. Now, you go forward and shoot the assault. So this thing on his back looks like a single-use grenade launcher, like in the good old movies. Woohoo! Now you just reload and shoot the drone. And it's like the Shiv cannot pick up stuff, so that's good to know.
Target's still up.
Oh, XCOM. Okay.
I got it. Right? I'm out of firepower over here.
So there's a reinforcement imminent warning. I think 8 should be all of them. So I'm gonna rush the objective now.
What's over there? I've got it.
One thing that is important to note, in Long War, you have to trigger your evacuation yourself most of the time.
Get an evac in here.
This is Firebrand. Evac request confirmed. Hold tight.
Now I'm gonna rush him toward the objective. And I'm gonna put people in and around the evac zone. We might have trouble with our stunned person there because of that. I hope she gets out of it soon. There we go. Cool. So I'm able to rush the objective here.
We're close. Commander,
Let's get
we
it
have
done.
Confirmation of the exposed access point. Watch my back.
Now, it would have been useful to have a proper hacker in this mission, but we're doing with what we have.
We've confirmed successful acquisition of the Advent.
Very well, so now I'm just gonna place myself close to the evac zone, put everybody on Overwatch,
Covered.
and essentially hope for the best.
Overwatch.
How about you reload as well? I like this little thing. I'm gonna use it a lot. You get yourself over here.
That'll be okay. On Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Come get some. I'm on it.
Okay.
This
Looks
is
like we
Firebrand.
made it.
It's time to go.
Okay, I'll go.
So this was a good example of pushing and trying to do a mission with understrength. Because I want to start liberating the region. And it's only gonna get harder from here. Evac all. And done. Get a little booster jet again. Whee!
Xcom operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Very good. Flawless as well. Whee! Cool. So that was the first liberating mission. The next one will be a rescue VIP or defector.
Attacks by dissident elements operating outside
And it's only gonna get harder from here. I was a bit lucky to get that one done with only 4 people. Thanks to you know, the successful ambush that we did right away at the beginning. So that really helped.
The troops returned without any reported casualties. I can't hope for a better outcome.
Well, folks,
Getting thin on manpower.
force on this strength. Oh yeah.
Should check with Resistance HQ for new recruits.
Available 9. It's not so bad for the early game, actually.
There's room for us
I
to
don't
expand
have
the
any
facilities on
engineer.
Pagan.
Yeah.
But we'll need
Okay,
more engineers
so
to
that,
space for construction.
commanders, is what I wanted to tell you about how to play the Long War. I know it's a bit of an info dump, but yeah, it is a very, very big and complex mod that makes an entire different game. And you have to liberate as much region as possible. You do not need to liberate all of the planet to succeed in your campaign. You still need to do the regular Leviathan mission for the end game. However, the more you liberate region, the more you can get resources, and also the stronger Advent becomes. So it's a game of tag. I did manage to liberate the entire planet once. It took a lot of time, but I did it. But it's not necessary to finish the campaign. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching until the end. Please tell me what you think in the comment. If you ever played Long War, or if you what you think of the old setup, and if maybe even if you want a more playthrough or more missions of Long War, let me know in a comment. Goodbye.